Sheikha Moza bint Nasser of Qatar attends a commencement ceremony in Doha. Princess Alessandra of Hanover attends a gala launch in Paris. Princess Sophia of Sweden makes a surprise television appearance in Stockholm. And Princess Beatrix of the Netherlands presides over an award ceremony in Amsterdam. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Well, good evening everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Alexandra, and this is your Royal Daily News for June 9th, 2023. In Amsterdam, Her Royal Highness Princess Beatrix of the Netherlands presided over the presentation of the 2023 Silver Carnations of the Prince Bernhard Culture Fund Award ceremony held at the Royal Palace. Established in 1950, the Silver Carnations is awarded annually to an individual or organization that has devoted themselves to the preservation of Dutch culture or the protection of nature in the Netherlands and the Dutch Caribbean. The winners of the 2023 Silver Carnations of the Prince Bernhard Culture Fund went to Trudy and Willem van Riemsdyk, Wesley Sikval, and F. Arnolds. I'm pretty sure I mispronounced those names, but that's okay. Congratulations. In Geleen, His Majesty King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands carried out a working visit to the Brightlands Gemmelot campus and the Gemmelot Industrial Park. During the visit, experts and representatives from various companies informed His Majesty the King about different processes around sustainable hydrogen for chemistry. In the late afternoon, His Majesty the King attended the opening of the exhibition entitled The Sun King and Oranje, Battle on the Maas, at the Limburgs Museum in Venlo. According to a press release, the exhibition offers a new perspective on the decades-long struggle between the French King Louis XIV and the stadtholder King Willem III of Oranje in the aftermath of disaster year 1672, starting with the siege of Maastricht 350 years ago. In Martelange, His Royal Highness Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg, accompanied by the Minister of Culture, Ms. San Tansen, visited the Slate Museum on Thursday. So what is the Slate Museum? Well, it's a museum that tells the history of mining in northwestern Luxembourg. Quote, the museum allows a visitor to take a captivating overview of the mine extraction based in the area around Martelange. Discover the path of the stone from its genesis and its underground extraction to the final product and its transportation. Explore the working conditions of the Martelange quarrymen and receive an interesting overview of the daily life of the quarrymen. End quote. During the visit, the Grand Duke and the Minister were given a tour of the new Joanna route, 42 meters underground, and looked at, well, slate and crystals. This morning in Stockholm, Her Royal Highness Princess Sophia of Sweden made a surprise appearance on SVT's children's program, Lilla Akulett. The purpose of the princess's appearance was to discuss the importance of online safety for children and adolescents, as well as to provide tips on how parents can help young people stay safe whilst online. In a social media post, the lovely princess wrote, quote, today I was a guest on Lilla Akulett to talk about how we can create a safer life while online. These are always relevant and important questions. But now that the summer holidays are starting, it is especially important to 1. Think before commenting, and preferably not in an offensive manner. 2. To spread appreciation, kindness, and love. If one starts, it's easier for others to follow. It may have a greater meaning than you think. That is very true. Number 3, talk to an adult you trust if you have experienced something that doesn't feel right online. You are not alone, and adults want to support and help you. End quote. Yesterday, Her Royal Highness Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden, as patron, attended the inauguration of the Turtle Park Conservation Center held at Norden's Ark. Norden's Ark is a non-profit foundation that carries out nature conservation, breeding, research, and education, and works to spread information about biological diversity. As I mentioned before, the Turtle Ark is a breeding center where various endangered turtles are given a sanctuary and the opportunity to reproduce for future releases. During yesterday's inauguration, instead of the Crown Princess cutting the ribbon to officially open the center, she allowed a cute little turtle to bite off a ribbon of dandelion leaves. And voila! The Turtle Ark Center was officially open. In Madrid, His Majesty King Felipe VI of Spain held an audience this morning with representatives from the Fundación Hay Derecho at Palacio de la Zarzuela. In the afternoon, His Majesty the King held an audience with the Advisory Council of the Network for the Study of Contemporary Monarchies at Palacio de la Zarzuela. In Bangkok, Her Royal Highness Princess Maha Chaudhry of Thailand, representing His Majesty King Rama X of Thailand, presided over the wreath-laying ceremony on the occasion of the 77th anniversary of the death of King Ananda Mahadal, held at the King Ananda Mahadal Memorial Statue. In Monacoville, Their Serene Highnesses Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene of Monaco, Her Royal Highness Princess Caroline of Hanover, Her Serene Highness Princess Stephanie of Monaco, Mr. Andrea Casaraghi, Mr. Pierre Casaraghi, Mr. Louis Ducal, Miss Pauline Ducal, and Miss Camille Gottlieb attended the funeral of Mr. Albert Croce, held at the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception. Mr. Croce passed away from a sudden heart attack on June 2nd, 2023. He was 62 years old. Mr. Croce, a native Monegasque, was a key figure in the Principality of Monaco. He was a founder of Roca Bakery, a member of the National Council, and then of the Prince's government, where he held the position of interministerial advisor to the Minister of State in charge of the living environment and relations with users. He was also the managing director of the Monaco Pavilion and the secretary of the Prince Rainier III Centenary Celebrations Committee, and the deputy vice president of the Grimaldi Historic Sites Federation. Upon hearing the news of the death of Mr. Croce, the Sovereign Prince issued a press release stating, quote, "The commitment, energy, sense of duty, and general interest, his unfailing devotion to the Principality of Monaco and the princely family, these were the qualities that drove Albert Croce's action throughout his life." End quote. Yesterday morning in Monacoville, Their Serene Highnesses Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene of Monaco witnessed a Corpus Christi procession led by the Archbishop of Monaco, Monseigneur Dominique Marie David, from the Salon de Glace at the Palais Princier de Monaco as the faithful arrived at the first altar. Meanwhile, Her Royal Highness Princess Maria Chiara of Bourbon Two Sicilies, as ambassador of WWF Italy and WWF France, took to social media on World Oceans Day to discuss two environmental protection projects that are incredibly important to her. So what are the projects? Well, the princess is championing the protection of over 100 WWF oases in Tuscany, even though a majority of them are already protected, but that's okay. She doesn't need to know that. And in France, the protection of Posidonia oceanica meadows. That's a good cause. I'm proud of her. You go, girl. Well done. On Wednesday evening in Paris, Her Royal Highness Princess Alessandra of Hanover attended the launch of the new Chaumet high jewelry collection, Le Jardin du Chaumet, held at Château de Bagatelle. On Wednesday, His Royal Highness Prince Odysseus Kimmon of Greece graduated from the famous Dwight School in New York City. The 17-year-old prince will attend New York University in the fall of 2023. Prince Odysseus Kimmon is the third son of their Royal Highnesses Crown Prince Pavlos and Crown Princess Marie Chantal of Greece, and the grandson of Her Majesty Queen Anne-Marie and the late King Constantine II of Greece. And finally, on Sunday in Doha, Her Highness Sheikha Moza bint Nasser of Qatar as chairperson of the Qatar Foundation, presided over the first Qatar Foundation School's commencement ceremony, held at the Qatar Convention Center. Over 249 students representing 18 nationalities, including 202 Qataris, from 7 schools, including the Qatar Academy Doha, Qatar Academy Accor, Qatar Academy for Science and Technology, and Qatar Leadership Academy, participated in the ceremony. During the event, Her Excellency Sheikha bint Hamad Al Thani of Qatar, Vice Chairperson and CEO of the Qatar Foundation, gave the keynote speech, stating, quote, "During your high school journey, you have proved that you have the strength and determination to overcome challenges. You are now deservedly entering a new journey into a world that is changing and developing at an incredible speed, and that is characterized by innovation and unlimited potential, requiring flexibility and the ability to adapt. I urge you to face the challenges that await you along your coming journey with determination and resolve, and to remember that failure is not an endpoint, but rather a starting point on the path to success. This is why you must work hard, continue to achieve, and never stop learning." End quote. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. I will be back tomorrow on Saturday, June 10th, with all the latest world news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful Friday evening and a great weekend. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, have a wonderful evening, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.